What was that? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Robert Chappell, Executive Editor, 365 Media, Madison365, and we are welcoming you all to our semi-weekly staff meeting. We do these staff meetings on Tuesdays in the afternoon and Thursdays at this time, and this is where we get together. We talk over all the stories that we're working on. We hand out new assignments, and we kind of set our priorities for the coming, several days, I guess. And we figure out what we're going to be putting up tomorrow morning and Friday morning and the next day and whatever. So appreciate you all joining us today. And one of the reasons we're doing this is because we are in the middle of our annual fundraising campaign. And we wanted you all who are supporting us to kind of get to know us, to put some faces to the names that you see on the site every day. Now, if you go, notice the link at the bottom. There's not really a link at the bottom. It's just Madison365.org/donate. If you go there and make a donation today, we are a legit 501c3 nonprofit. Your donations are tax deductible. And every donation you make right now is doubled. No questions asked, no strings attached. You give us $10, we get 20. It's that simple. Okay, so we're going to jump into our meeting this morning. How's everybody doing?
Great.
We're all
great.
We're all happy to be alive and awake this morning. So I'm going to show the people at home this cool little tool we use called Trello. This is our editorial management tool. Basically, every one of these little cards here is a story that's currently being worked on. So you see we've got a lot cooking. These are all in various stages of the process. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to get rid of that so you can just see us. But I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what we use to do this magic. So let's first check in. Malik, did you make it to that event with Karen Oliva yesterday eventually?
I did.
Enough of it to write something.
I did. It was a great event. I got a lot of great quotes, and we'll be sharing that with you at some point today. Through the recording for the part that the first half or the first 20 minutes, there was a conversation about equity within Broadway and looking at funding sources and where the money was going, and I wanted to make sure I included that quote. So
awesome.
They said they were going to send me over the recording link.
Who told you that?
I got an email from the theater itself.
Oh, good. Okay.
So
all right, we lost Dave.
They responded to my email about being locked out.
So, they did eventually?
Yeah.
Because when I emailed their PR guy, Bill, he emailed me like right away. He's like, "Here's the link. Get on. There's still an hour left. It's okay." Cool. Good. So that we can probably have that for tomorrow morning, huh?
Yes.
Awesome. I also want to mention to the audience, if you have story ideas, if you have anything happening in your world that you think we should know about and we should do stories on, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'm watching the comments here. Okay, what else you got cooking, Malik?
Other than that, the things that I'm working on currently is I will be speaking with Isabel Martinez tomorrow, new school wellness and improvement manager at One City Schools. And then I'm working on that article about Black women in media in Milwaukee, speaking with Miela Fatal tomorrow, and coordinating with Naisha Stone from Carved in Stone on an interview date. Yeah. And I'm new to the and so that's coming along.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Fatima, what do you got? Did you ever hear back from Working Draft people?
Yeah, I wrote up a story last night, but I didn't submit it yet because I'm waiting on photos. But Lucia said we could grab photos from her website or her Facebook page for the beer can. And last night I also what?
Now, was she at the event? And did she have photos from the event, or?
No, I don't have photos from, or I don't know if Dave has photos because I know you went to a
Yeah,
different.
I have some photos, Fatua. And
Okay, cool.
there's a great photo of just the can, too. And that'd probably be like the main photo.
Yeah, cool.
Did you find out if it was the first African American to be woman to be on a beer can?
Yeah, I asked her how she verified that, and she said that she did some of her own research, but it mostly came from a different reporter. And I looked it up, and Spectrum News wrote a story about her being the first or illustrating the first Black woman on a beer can. So I used Spectrum News and I cited Spectrum News in the story, but I didn't link the actual article.
Sure.
That's fine. And we could. I mean, we could. I think it's pretty safe to say believed to be the first or something like that. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a few other things cooking. Too. What do you got?
So I am looking at my board. Oh yeah. So the story for the two Black alumni from Platteville who are now professors. I've kind of gotten in contact with them. We set up some interview times that were missed, but hopefully I can talk to.
That happens.
Yeah, hopefully today I can talk to one of them, and then I also sent an email to UW Platteville. I just want to verify that they are the first, and then also grab a comment from them.
Okay.
And then I have the story. Oh yes, the survey for I can't remember that survey story. The ones that that one group is sending out. I know this sounds.
Oh right, they wanted to wait.
Yes. So they got in contact with me yesterday to set up a new date for an interview. So that's gonna happen next week.
And that's the African American Employment Survey.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
And then I have one more story, I think.
What's that? But Pharaoh, Latoya Jackson's kid, who's got neuroblastoma.
Yeah. Did you say you were gonna put me in contact with them, or should I just look at the Trello card to see?
I would. I mean, I can. I can. I'm happy to. I'll just respond to this email that I got from her friend.
Okay.
And I'll just CC you on it, and we can connect that way.
Yeah, sounds good. But then there's also that virtual event happening today that I said I would take on.
Which one's that?
Oh yeah. They're going to send the video in like 24 hours, like an unedited video, if you can't actually make it at the time.
Yeah, I won't. I don't think I'll be able to make it.
So that's something you could probably work on over the weekend if you like.
Cool.
What's the event? I'm not remembering.
Advancing hip hop as a path toward equity.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's it. So I missed it. Sorry. Making myself a note to connect you with that source. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you, Fatimata. Ayomi, you got anything open right now?
Yeah, I just had 2 interviews yesterday with political science professors at UW for Black voter turnout this election. Those went well, so I can write that up today over the weekend. Just because I want to like collect a bunch of like data.
Do they have any actual data, or is it like?
No, they did have data. They did like about like voter turnout mostly. Just because a lot of the stuff they were like, oh, we don't have that information yet. We won't have it for a long time. I was like, all right, but they gave me what they could. From like exit polls.
And even like knowing, like educating people that this kind of data takes a long time to get, I think is valuable.
Yeah.
People want to know, and it's good to let people know that we can't know yet.
Yeah. They both of them were like, we don't know any of this, but I asked for like, analysis based on what they have already. So,
but they do have like the whatever limited data we have from exit polls and stuff like that. So okay, all right.
I have an interview this weekend with Pepe from Down with Bikes for the Local Leaders Award.
Good.
Yeah, and I connected with the other two BIPOC people who are nominated, and so I'm waiting back for them. And that's it. That's all I've got.
It's the Laura Lemire and Jenny Gao, right?
Yeah.
And Jenny's been one of our people forever, so she should be getting back to you soon.
Good.
Okay. David, you said you're going to try to get a Laurie Mann tribute?
Yeah, excuse me. I'm going to work on that over the weekend and just try to talk to as many people as possible and just gather up the photos. So that should be a really good story. And I just wanted to take time on that one, not rush it.
Yep.
And then Nazra, I can have her this afternoon or for tomorrow morning if we don't have anything. But I chatted with her. She's our newest Common Council member. Excuse me.
Sworn in?
Tuesday night she was.
This coming Tuesday.
Officially. No, last Tuesday they confirmed it. So she was nominated and then amongst 11 other people. And then Tuesday night they confirmed her as at the council meeting, I believe. So I talked to her about what she hopes to do, why she's doing it. And so that'll either be this afternoon or tomorrow morning.
That's right. Okay, I have a pretty substantial story for tomorrow morning that Shazad submitted. Shazad Balak on the lack of Black faculty at UW, and so he's got some data on the actual number of faculty, which is like 3% of the faculty are Black, as compared to 6% of the population, as compared to what, like 1.5% of the student body or something. But he talked to GLB, and she had some things to say. So she's like kind of the main, like he couldn't really get any official UW sources to comment on it really. But of course, Gloria Letts and Billings had a lot to say. So I'm going to give that an edit tonight, and we can have that I was going to put that up this morning, but then we had so much stuff, I decided to hang on to it. So that'll be up for tomorrow morning. If you want to, so you can do Nostra this afternoon then.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
That's cool.
Then the other thing I've got that I'll put up later this morning is it's basically a special release, but from Northwestern Mutual. It's making a big, huge investment in Black-owned businesses in Milwaukee. So I'll get that up probably like before noon.
You guys looking for some more stories?
I have a few, if anybody wants more. Yeah.
What's Mac working on?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have children invade meetings sometimes. As everyone.
Oh yeah, Mac, what are you working on? Sorry.
Yeah, I was.
Well, he went around that way. I thought he was gonna zigzag up.
Oh, I just got that once. I'm all caught up except for the one story that you sent last night, Dave. Children's Theater of Madison. They have 4 free plays in December by Mr. Goodwin. He's an award-winning Black playwright. So I think like just an event preview for that. But it sounds like that's not happening till the beginning of December. So I'll probably reach out to them, or I think you're going to connect me with someone to talk to, and then.
Yeah, I know. I will do that after this meeting. I'll just. But it's probably something we want to do next week because the first week of December is the Tuesday after that. So it's something we probably want to get done for maybe later next week.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
So I'll loop you into the email that I'm in right now. It kind of has the point person to talk to. And
Okay, perfect.
let me shoot a couple things, you guys, that I was going to do, but I thought you guys should do them instead because I've done them before. Dane Buy Local is having a special week, I believe this week, just to emphasize all of these local businesses that are especially suffering during COVID. They have a whole week full of things going on. If somebody wanted to do an article about that, I could set you up with a person. So it's all the local stuff. Like instead of shopping at the big boxes, all these like indie shops and wide variety of diversity. Anybody interested in that one?
Yeah, I'll take that. Sorry, I'm focusing on Rob's. Ah!
Just stick just comes right around.
Dave and Malik. I don't know where they went. Oh, here's.
Malik said that he had to hop off.
Oh, he did. Did he text us? All right.
Sorry.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah, this
The
is
second thing,
the real
yeah,
meeting.
the second thing I had was the La Movida Radiothon that's coming up in early December.
Oh, I saw it come in. I forgot to put it on the board.
Yeah. Usually I write a story up with that, but La Movida comes into the Catholic Multicultural Center, huge Latino population there, and they raise funds all day long. It's a pretty cool event. It's coming up in early December. Someone wants to do like a preview of that. Anybody?
I can do it if no one else is available.
Mac?
Yeah, I can take it. Yeah, if no one else is around, I'll definitely do it.
All right. It's a couple of weeks away, but it'll kind of come up fast with the holidays.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have right now.
I've got a couple of things. Give me 1 second. We have okay, the Madam, which is we've covered them a lot. It's a Winnie Karanja runs it. It's a tech education nonprofit. Basically teaches coding to like middle school kids, focused on girls and children of color especially. But they are, I didn't realize this, but they're almost exactly, they started right when we did. So they're right. They're just celebrating their 5th anniversary. And they're not really doing an event or anything like that, but I think, hey, look at this thing has been survived for 5 years and talk about how it's grown, because it has grown considerably. Like they have like real life staff now and everything. So I think a story on just their, making it 5 years and whatever is good. And then also the St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry emailed, wanting to know if we'd want to do a pre-Thanksgiving news story about record-breaking numbers of food pantry clients. And this is a story we could probably, they give us a few people to talk to at St. Vincent's, but there's other food pantries in town that would probably tell us the same thing. So I think, this is one of those secondary COVID stories where it's, the economic impacts and the human impacts of pandemic, and the strain it's putting on food pantries, and probably, with the added piece of encouraging people to donate to food pantries right now. Okay, so there's that. And then the last one is a little bit more controversial. The UW Police Department, did you guys hear about this?
What they do? I don't know.
What they do now.
I'm really actually.
Well, they posted a picture, this weird picture that I didn't quite understand. It looked like they were trying to be all kind of badass and have a like a drug bust or something, but it was all exit signs that had been stolen. So they posted this picture of all these cops, with their masks on, like we're so bad, we're so tough, and it's this table full of exit signs because like these kids have been stealing exit signs. Some students had decided that what they wanted to do was steal at least one exit sign from every dorm. Which these kids have been stealing exit signs. Some students had decided what they wanted to do. Somebody's making me echo. Mute yourselves, guys. Mute. But anyway, so they posted this picture of their big exit sign busts, which is, it's funny. I guess that is a kind of funny thing. But in the background of that photo is a thin blue line flag.
So, is this a conflict of interest if I take this story?
No.
I will take it. I
was hoping you would. It's not. I'm not gonna. It's not a conflict of interest because you're a student. That doesn't make it a conflict for me. Well, we don't want to put them. we don't want to automatically put them on blast. Okay. The thing is to there have been some social media posts and people calling them out for this. We actually got a statement from them that I can forward to you, and I can you wouldn't they're I'll give you. I don't want to introduce you. I don't want to connect you, but I will give you the email address for their PR person.
Got it.
So you can just go at him. Although maybe he'd be more likely to respond. I will introduce you. I'll email him and you, and just say like we want to do a story on your response to this thing. I won't go at him really hard though, because you want to talk. But I've known him like forever.
Okay.
For like literally like over 10 years, so he will respond if I email him. So, but here's the thing: it's the story is that they've got this thin blue line flag hanging up in their office, which they will say is just supportive of law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
And what they said in their statement was that imagery is really old and it goes way before anything, which is not true.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it predates the current situation, but it's only like by 5 years. Like that flag is from 2014.
It's not like
2014 was when that flag.
Not like Confederate old. It's like response to
the idea of thin blue line is older than the flag, but the flag is new, and the flag has been clearly appropriated.
Yeah.
By white supremacists, and it's a violation of the flag code. It is. Like, as a patriotic American, I hate it when people are like desecrating the flag and pretending it's patriotic. But anyway, so there's people upset. There's police defending it, and that's the story. That's it. I mean, we don't want to be
put them on.
We want to be fair, but truthful. That this is that flag has become a racist flag.
Yeah,
and there's just. I don't think that's in dispute. But we're not going to put UWPD has gone full racist. Right?
We won't say that. I won't say that.
Well, we'll find somebody who can say that for us. We'll quote somebody saying that. Maybe.
Exactly.
But again, they are. I mean, they. Are you aware of the rest of what was that guy's name? King. Remember his name, guys. Do you guys remember? He had a different government name, but he went by King, and I can't remember the last name. But he was arrested in class for graffiti. Oh. This is 2-3 years ago now. That was like the big UWPD problem a couple years ago. But they've done. They have. UWPD has worked really hard to do equity inclusion. They have an equity inclusion like full-time person now. And the Sue Riesling, the chief actually came on when we had after George Floyd died, we had a roundtable with local police leaders, just basically to put them live on Facebook Live and say, can you promise this won't happen here? And she was on there and she was very, so, they're trying, they're doing they're saying the right things, but there are people in the campus community who are upset about them having that flag in their office, basically. So that's the story, right? Okay. So we will handle it sensitively. I trust you.
Thank you. Yeah.
But I'll put you in touch. I'll email you their statement. I'll see if I can find. I think Steph had at least 1 or 2 social media posts about it. As I saw the picture and I thought it was just a dopey looking picture. I mean, it was funny. Like, oh, look at those exit signs, But I totally missed that in the background there's this flag. I just wasn't even looking for it. So it's been kind of out there for a couple of days. So we will cover it. Okay. All right. Anybody want the Matum 5-year anniversary? A much happier story.
I can also take that. I'll take those 3. Nice way to balance the.
And food pantry story. Anybody up for that? I'll maybe see if Malik wants to do that one. Since
Yeah, I was gonna ask like when would the timeline be for when it needs to be written? Because I just want to finish the stories that I have
you're kind of a lot
before I take.
So let me see, that would probably be like early next week. Would we want that in probably? I could probably take that one actually.
Or Rob, if Malik doesn't want
All right,
it,
I'll figure that out. I'll
also
either
take
see if
it.
Malik or you, or you've got kind of a lot though too. But I mean, that food pantry story I could probably do pretty easily too. So I'll let you know later today for sure on that one. Okay, and then the last thing I'll mention is our Black Power List 2020 is coming up. We are in the process right now of narrowing it down. This will be our 6th one, which is amazing. It'll be upper 30s probably, like it'll probably be like 38, 39, 40 people. Naomi, this will be your first list. Congratulations. It's very simple. We do all the research here. Steph and I kind of do it. Steph does most of it, and gathering bios and stuff, and then we dole them out. And we each do, between 6 and 8 1-paragraph bios of these people, and they will probably I think we're shooting to publish that like the week before Christmas. Is usually when we publish that. And so I would anticipate being able to dole those out like this time next week. Although this time next week is Thanksgiving, so we probably won't meet. But I will. But between now and then, I'll probably hand out those assignments to get the list going. Okay.
Got it.
All right. So Amy, I'm going to connect you with Mark Lovacott, who's the UWPD person. Fatima, I'm going to connect you with Chelsea, who contacted us about that story about the kid who's sick. And that's good. All right. Everybody good?
Are we going to do anything? Oh, sorry. Let me go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to ask Dave, are you going to connect me with the
Dane by local?
Waiting for you to cut off the Dane by cook.
The Dane by local? Yeah, I'll do that right after we get done here.
Okay.
And then Mac, I'll connect you with the CMT people too.
Sounds
Right
good.
after we get done here.
Are we going to do a story for our 5 years? Like some of the biggest stories over the last 5 years, something like that?
We should. We every year, like in June, we say we got to celebrate our anniversary, and then August 1st rolls around, and we're like, oh, our anniversary is in 5 days. We always forget. We didn't. We were going to do something. We were going to do like an event for 5 years, but then of course you can't do events now. But we are working on like a legit annual report type of thing for this year, because this year's been so extraordinary, and you guys have done such amazing work under such weird circumstances, and that we have become we recognize ourselves. We're patting ourselves on the back a little bit for being the one really news outlet that really handled both pandemics really well. The COVID pandemic and the racism one. Lots of news outlets covered those things, but we've hit them both really head on. And we've pivoted and we've actually ramped up where most other news outlets kind of cut back. So we're doing the daily update now. We've got a whole podcast thing going on, and we were at all the protests and all that stuff. So we're kind of putting together like an annual report to kind of highlight all that stuff. So anyway, all right, I'm good. You guys good? All right, yeah. Thank you, and thanks for everybody out there in Facebook land and Twitter land and YouTube land that joined us today. Now that you've met the team a little bit, as I said in my daily update every day, that when you make donations, these are the people that it feeds. Like most of our budget goes to pay these folks and to do their professional professional journalism is a real thing, and it costs money. So we appreciate your support. Every donation you make right now is doubled through the News Match program. I'm going to put a link in the comments so you can just click it. You don't even have to type it. There you go. Appreciate you all. Have a great day.
See you Tuesday.
Thank
See you
you.
Tuesday. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.